think that's the whole, like, massive part of it is you're identifying your work on your strengths. And, sometimes too, I think as Kiwis especially, you probably find it hard to recognize what you're good at. And so that's where I think too, it's also important having a coach there, because, they can be like, you're good at that. And I guess that just builds belief too in the athlete. But I think, the power that you're deciding where you put each thing, and then, you're kind of running your program. And I think then you've got real clarity, you've got structure, and it's everything you're wanting to work towards. And I think, it's so easy. I think sometimes you could go to training and just, as a cricketer, you could just hit balls for the sake of hitting balls or whatever. But because of this process, it gives you real purpose. And if you're training with purpose, you're going to get a whole lot better. And if I could encourage athletes, coaches to do this, I would. It helped me so much. And I think sometimes we can get a bit muddled, and this just provides clarity in our games and our training programs. And if you want to get the best out of yourself, this just simplifies everything for you and helps you build a really good structure. And I think it's amazing what you've set up, Susie, and I really hope that it's helped me a lot. So I'm sure it's going to help a lot of athletes out there, not just with their skills, but as people as well.
And it's a sort of a process that you'll get more out of it if you put more into it. Help will kind of find those who help themselves, and that starts with handing the cards to the player, and not the coach telling them what they're good at or not so good at. The process definitely, what it does, it gives you a lot of information, but by the end of it, you're quite clear on where the priorities lie. I think that's kind of the main thing. It starts really wide with everything, but it finishes really narrow, that this is all I need to worry about. Every player is a person first and foremost, and there's individuality, and they've all got unique differences in the way they see the world and how they see themselves. And the more information I can get on that, the better I can adapt my coaching style to fit the person in front of me.
I was excited to get the chance to talk about how it grows relationships, and excited to talk about the trust you get to extend to each other a lot more quickly. Like, I think the value for me in trying to access the hearts and minds of the players, the time spent with a player as a person, is really meaningful to me as a coach, because how often do we get that ability to sit down and really go into detail and depth and hear emotions and have a chance to talk about things? The aspects of preparation and individual accountability and responsibility that surround being an athlete at a performance level, there's nothing guaranteeing that they've got any idea what that looks like either. So that's what I'm so pleased to use that card set for, because it is just such an education, just going through the cards, and then there's discovery and there's sort of reevaluation at every step.
I'm Kelly McCallum, and I'm a coach developer through High Performance Sport NZ. And I've been working with between 8 to 10 coaches, high performance coaches up in Northland. What I really want to say is it's absolutely brilliant. With all my experiences in, lecturing and coaching, what you have created here is a holistic approach to coaching, high performance coaching, which I absolutely love. But it's visual, and it brings up conversations that you wouldn't have normally with a piece of paper in front of you and say, please fill in the boxes. It's visual. It creates these conversations that then can lead. Everything's connected within the card sorts. So if you're talking about one focus area, it leads into the other, and you've got in front of yourself to go and lead into. And at the end, you've got a nice, well-rounded, holistic approach to life, but also to coaching. It's absolutely brilliant. I think it's fantastic. And I'm so happy that you created this. Honest truth. I think it's just such a good, excellent. It's more than a tool. It's not a tool. The most rewarding thing as coach developer was that the follow-up conversation, 6 month that I've had with all of them since then, they've all improved on we kind of focused on 3 key things from the card sort that they were going to work on, and all of them have really touched upon and moved forward and looking at the next steps. It was really rewarding. Yeah.